Hi, good morning. Welcome in to the Uneducated Motivator. Thank you for subscribing on my last video. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for your likes. If you can, it's for free. Subscribe, so when I upload, it's for free. So you get to hear. Well, anyway, every day the plot thickens. Every single day. You know, there's some freaky shit going on right now. And even when you put TikTok, everything is Masonic and devil worshipping and signing contracts in blood. It's crazy what we're listening to right now. MK Ultra, what's that? In history in schools, it's not something that I recall or remember learning in history. Maybe we were told, but I just don't remember. Selective memory and all of that, I don't remember. But, I know that this originated, in the early 50s, probably even before that. And it was drugs given to human beings to see if they could control the mind. Now, with a big swing around, MK Ultra is supposed to be possession of you, the mind, assisted with drugs, but devil worshipping. It's absolutely madness. You couldn't make this up. You really couldn't make this up. I mean, I've loaded onto my Facebook, about the underground tunnels, and the more you read about what's going on with Ali Carter proclaiming that she was taken with other girls, being trafficked down into the underworld, let's say, of LA. It's really for us normal people to even comprehend, all of this. I've got to the point now that when I open up my Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, I was only saying to my partner yesterday, because I'm talking so much about it, that it makes me go cold, and I'm not into this saging the house or anything, or putting salt outside the front door to keep, but I think the more we talk about Satanism, devil worshipping, all this evil, maybe we're attracting it into our own lives. This is some freakies. You couldn't even do a Hollywood movie based on this. When I was scrolling YouTube yesterday, there was this real human being, a man, that was telling his story, how he was a Satanist and now he's not. And he was saying how he was put in a van, given his uniform to wear, to walk into this derelict building, but this derelict building was where it was hidden, it was out the way. And there was an altar at the front. I'm sorry if this disturbs some people, and if it does, just block your ears, because I know it's horrific, even for the human mind to comprehend. Anyway, this grown man, who was a Satanist at the time, and this is when he did bail out, he had to walk to the altar, and there was a child, a little girl, bound by ropes, one ankle, the other ankle, and, the arms were bound too. And that, I won't go into it because it's horrific. The child is dead. They sacrifice this child. Anyway, that's another topic. It's just awful. Let's hope all this darkness, turns to light, and all these horrendous crimes that have been happening all around the world for years, for decades and decades and decades. We don't want to share our world with any of this anymore, not us normal people. Maybe we've been hypnotized, us normal people, and where we might in the back of our minds knew something, but we thought, oh no, it's all far-fetched, it's all far-fetched. These celebrities now, when they signed their contracts to get into Hollywood, we're hearing how they had to sell their soul to the devil, how they had to sign their contracts in blood. What's that? In blood. Selling their souls to the devil. And if any of you celebrities are ever scrolling YouTube, you are crazy. You are absolutely crazy, because I certainly wouldn't sign. First of all, I wouldn't sign anything in blood. I'd think this is madness. You'd need to be hospitalized. If I was brought into a room and they said, look, Michelle, you have to sign this contract, and they slice my hand. They wouldn't even get near my hand to slice my hand. But it's absolutely crazy. And then if you look on especially the music artists, if you look, when you're listening to the lyrics of most of these songs, you know, it's like they're writing a diary of their lives. They're calling out for help, some of them. And we, like idiots, didn't realise. Then, if you listen to their music backwards, you hear even more messages, which was madness. Well, this is a message to all the celebrities that are running out of America right now and fleeing to Europe. We don't want you here. We don't want you in Europe. Okay, stay in America, wait for that phone call, wait for the feds to call you, and you take responsibility for what you have done. Share your stories, and some of you already are. You should have done it years ago. You should have done it years ago instead of fooling the public for your own pockets. All right, because we've been watching you and admiring you and letting our children watch Hollywood movies and listening to music and investing and buying this music, when all along you sold your souls, signing contracts in blood, and you deceived all of us. Well, us the public, we don't want it. It's bad enough us, you know, watching this daily on YouTube. Yeah, one could say, well, don't open your phone, don't scroll through YouTube, don't look at the TikTok videos. A lot could say as well, this is all made up bullshit. I don't think it's made up at all. Where there's no smoke, you know, where there's smoke, there's fire, you know, and a lot of people are coming out with their stories now. Look at Diddy's, look what's coming out with Diddy. They, you know what? Diddy was put into prison because he thought he became invincible. He was taking too many drugs, saying too much, doing too much. And you know what? The powers that be above in the pyramid, they removed him and put him in prison. If they could get to him to delete his life now, today, I think they would. I really do. And that was all planned. It wasn't by accident. The feds knew for 30 years that these parties were taking place. You know, allegedly, I've got to say throughout all of this video, allegedly, I'm only repeating what is on YouTube and on TikTok and on Facebook, you know, so allegedly. However, is where are all the celebrities running to? You know, you can't hide forever. You can't. Europe is not that huge. You know, people recognize you when you're in the streets. And if you are subpoenaed, you will be brought back. You'll be brought back to America to answer for what's been done. What's the name of this woman now? Andrea English. She's definitely not lying. You know, you can always tell by somebody's eyes if they're telling the truth. And there's no shadow of a doubt she's telling the truth. An 11-year-old was taken by Diddy. God knows what they did to her. But definitely at 14, she was used in these after parties, the freak-off parties, to lay on a table naked, and sushi was put all over her, like we've seen in the movies. And all the guests could go over to her and take sushi off her naked body or eat sushi with their mouths off. She's 14 years old. 14. I mean, there's videos of this. Just that alone, if he comes out of prison, he'll be done just for that. And, you know, there's some freaky shit. And I probably will sage my house today because I feel like I am freaking out with everything that I'm witnessing. And Oprah Winfrey, everything that's allegedly being said about her, you know, she went in, I think it was 2008, she went to Africa, to open a school. And I remember that at the time, and I was thinking, what a lovely woman. She's a successful woman, likable, and she had the backing of the public, you know, and there she trots off to Africa to open a school for the less privileged children. She opened a school. She went with she didn't go there physically with 40 million, but she invested into this school, supposedly, allegedly, 40 million. with 40 million, I think you could open up a university campus, you know, but she's opened a school just for 150 girls. I could fit 150 girls in my house at a squeeze. So God knows, and I don't need 40 million to do that. And one of the subjects that she wanted to incorporate in the curriculum was how they could look more beautiful, how they could, you know, dress, how they could wear their hair and wear their makeup. That's not academic. That's not academic at all. So why 40 million? Why bring this subject into the curriculum? And then, which I didn't know, and we do now know, that the police in Africa arrested her. We don't know why. We don't know why, but obviously, allegedly, she paid her way out of that. But the worst thing about this is, where are all those 150 children now? Where are they? And there was a woman that put a comment, and she said, well, at the time when Opera was starting to open this school, she was thinking of putting her child into the school. But when the school opened, there were rumours starting to spread, you know, like a cobweb. And the mother of this African child had an African daughter. She decided not to bother. And it's a good thing she didn't, because she wouldn't have seen her daughter again. So where are these children? Not just those children. So, in fact, where's Opera? Where is Opera right now? Why isn't she coming forward? I tell you why. Because she is being told to shut up. And she is not allowed to do a statement. She's not allowed to come forward. The celebrities are told to stay quiet. They're being told to leave America now. You know, and like I said, they'll be subpoenaed. They'd have to go back and answer. You know, they've paid millions to get their cassettes out of the tapes, the recordings of themselves in the freak-offs, you know. But it doesn't matter how much you've spent on a recording. It doesn't matter, because if this needs to go into court and this needs to be shown in court, you'll be subpoenaed and you've paid all this money for nothing. Nothing. We live in a crazy world. Ali Carter, I have great, huge admiration for, and I know I've said it before, but I really do. I hope she's a star witness. She doesn't receive money. Not that I know of. She's not on any podcast where they're getting paid to bring on guests. But Ali Carter is on the run. She's hiding. She claims that she has left evidence everywhere. So if anything happens to her, all this evidence will be brought forwards. You know, she cries a lot because of all the other girls that she was trafficked with and how she ran away and she left them all there. She doesn't know if they're alive or dead. And she feels so guilty for leaving them behind. So would I. But one of them needed to do what Ali Carter's doing. One of them needed to do it to get the truth out there. You know, so she didn't have a choice. So Ali Carter, if you ever see my video, which you probably won't, I really admire you, and don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty for leaving the others behind. Where are these children that are all in the tunnels, that were in the tunnels? Of course, that's how they smuggled all the children in. It's been going on for years. You know, the celebrities use the underground tunnels. We've got people coming forward that have worked in these underground tunnels that have said it's like an underground city, and cars are driving in and out, and all around LA they have these entrance points and exit points, so they're not in the traffic. You know, they get to even have coffee in the underground system, which they don't have to pay for. You know, it's a crazy situation. I am going to sage my house, I am, but if you listen to all these testimonies, all these all the bodyguards, they're not getting any more work. Some of them have retired, but they're certainly selling their stories right now. It's a shame none of you came forward before. You should have come forward before, but there wouldn't have been any money in it, would there, if you'd have come forward now? Now all the podcasters are, you know, you're going on, all of them. I keep on seeing the same security guards on different podcasts. God, you are raking it in, but at the same time, I'm pleased you're telling your stories. But at the same time, I'm disgusted that the moment Diddy's in jail, you're all running forward to make a buck or two. I mean, what about the principles of children being hurt, for God's sake? And you have to live with yourself. So even though you're receiving this money from all the podcasters, it's still what I call blood money, because you're telling us, you know, allegedly who's been killed, who's been sexually assaulted. So in effect, you are receiving blood money, because if all this didn't take place, you wouldn't be testifying now if the word is testifying, you wouldn't be sharing your story and all the podcasts on YouTube, would you? But, you know, two wrongs don't make a right, I guess, too long. But I'm just going to sage my house, and I don't know where this is going to end. And Trump, Kamala Harris, all the celebrities that attended these freak-off parties endorsed her. How could she knew what was going on, but she accepted all the money for all of her rallies. They endorsed her, and they're saying that Trump will bring all this to light and bury it all, and everybody will be punished. Well, let's see if that happens. Jaguar is on YouTube today saying this is going to happen. Trump is going to close the tunnels, bring everybody to justice. Well, let's see if that does happen, because we're getting sick and tired of all this has been going on for 30 years. Why is only Diddy in prison? Surely there's enough evidence. They've had lots of time to go through all these cassettes, tapes that were taken from Diddy's places, his two houses. Why is Jay-Z and Beyonce not being interviewed? Why? What? Well, maybe they are, but you know, everyone knows that Jay-Z and Diddy were best friends. So he knows so much. He knows so much. And all this devil worshipping, Satanism, and I'm so glad it's all coming out in one way, and I'm so not in another, because I don't really want to know about it, you know. But and like I was talking to my partner last night, and even he has had enough. He said, this is actually beyond my comprehension, what you're telling me, Michelle. And he looks at me like I'm making it all up, you know, and I have to get my phone and say, look, and then he'll say, yeah, but you don't know if it's true or not. This might be made up bullshit. I said, I don't think so. Ali Carter is not lying. Jaguar Wright is not lying. And all these celebrities, and I have to say again, don't come to Europe. We don't want you here. We don't want you here. You've lost your fame. You've lost your credibility. And, you know, I haven't watched a film now for a while because I don't know which one's been responsible. So I don't want to watch anything. And I'm not buying any music now, you know, because I don't know. I just don't want to support it financially. I don't want to support it. But, okay, that's my rant for today. And I'm not wearing red because because all the celebrities and all the rap artists and all the singers all wearing red because in support of Satanism. No, I'm into Jesus Christ. That's it. This is just something I put on today because it was a bit cold. But anyway, thank you for listening and rant on. And if you can, subscribe to my channel. Yes, because it's for free and we have to support each other, and all the other YouTube channels. I'm subscribing to all the young channels because I admire you all, because it takes courage to sit here and talk to a camera when you're all alone. You look a bit mad, and I'm just glad no one's here watching. Okay, all right, everybody, have a lovely day. Bye-bye.